Yo, this is King Earner coming to you guys live and direct. First and foremost, click the link in the descriptions, man. We got that CMOS Gold. We got it raw. Hit my DM at King Earner1 on Instagram and be sure to make sure you click the link in the bio and the description. Size Power CMOS Gold is the only CMOS to be honored by. Today we have a very honorable guest here on the Honorable Talk Show. And I want to introduce the world, to someone who honestly doesn't need an introduction because he's really been doing this hip hop thing for the longest. And a lot of people don't know this is like my blood cousin. This blood is runs thick. This is DNA. Zeek Butla. I know a lot of people gonna be like, especially the era. It's like, all right, well, we want to hear the hip hop, and we're gonna get to that. But I want to allow Zeek to lay out a platform, to lay out who he is, what he does, what's going on. His father was definitely an individual who was a part of the culture, who added a lot of good also. I gotta let y'all hear his story, man. So give it to him, Zeek.
All right, well, first of all, I'm Zeek Butler. It's definitely Big Cuz right here, like DNA, like if my arm got cut off, you can put his right here, and I'm good.
Same
you feel
honor,
me?
yeah.
So, like he said, like my pop, like he a legend. The Muhksin, you know what I mean? He a legend in Philly, and my pop, that's my pop. Of course, he raised me, and he like raised him too.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And we just some honorable guys, man. You know what I mean? We stand up guys. You know what I mean? And as far as me, I've been doing this music thing for a while now. I fell back for a minute, you know what I mean? First of all, Muslim, you know what I'm saying? So I got to make sure I'm right with that, of course. 4 kids, so, you got to earn. So, I was in the studio.
Exactly.
You got to stop. You got to do what you got to do, you know what I mean? But now I'm back on it, back better than ever, you know what I mean? I'm just ready to do me. And with Big Cuz doing what he doing, I mean, it's a beautiful thing, man.
It's definitely a beautiful thing. I've been kind of watching your posts lately. A lot of times people think in our communities that when it's family and things of that nature, people jump to the stuff. And everything that you say on there be 100 on your post, man. Make sure y'all follow him as Zeek Butler. It's just that my thing be like, if it's halfway cut off, if you said something and it cut off, I want to hear the full joint. And the other day, you was talking about how in your era, which is our era,
Right.
it was more hand situation. You rumble,
Right. Get it in, you know what I mean?
it was over. You rumble again. You
Get it in.
You keep getting it in. You had an opportunity to continue to fight, but now in this era, there is no opportunity. It seems like to continue to redeem yourself if it's a physical altercation. You know what I mean?
It's like, okay, if I go into the poppy store, go whatever, and me and somebody get into something, if we could say, you know what, it's cool, it ain't that deep, or we can get it in real fast. Like the next day, if I see him, we can get it in again. If we want to stop after that, usually y'all respect each other. All right, here real nigga, that's what's up. You know what I mean?
Right.
But now it's like, motherfucker, you could be fucking somebody girl.
Right. Exactly.
And not even know, and you just get your head blown off.
Ain't no doubt.
You know what I'm saying? Instead of they don't even know if it's, you don't even know, dude. You know what I mean? It's just, I just don't get, and then it's the kids. Like, how it's a lot of grown, I'm talking about niggas our age and older.
Right.
I bust your ass, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna shoot you, I'm gonna do this. But then, how you gonna tell the young boys 14, 15, 16 to rumble if you ain't rumbling?
Right. The example when it is the fact that you an OG out here, and if your era grew up like that, try to impose it instead of going against that. Like don't agree with because what they doing now. Like, oh no, go ahead, you gotta do what you gotta do and all that. No, stop you. Hold up, youngin. Y'all was just rumbling the other day. How did it work out?
Right.
Oh, you didn't win? Oh, let's go back up there and get you another one, man. And if you lose again, you keep on fighting him until you feel like, whatever.
Until you cool with it.
Now, we know when people don't want to continue to fight, there's more pressure on them. These are the guys that can't take the pressure. I understand I don't got time for it and all that other nonsense. But at the same token, if you was more or less the aggressor in a situation and that situation kind of put you in a position where you know, like you was like the individual that was starting it.
Right.
Then I can't say, you know, damn, you bullying somebody, that person not gonna shoot you. I'm not gonna say that. You need to chill out, leave that person alone.
Right.
But if it's a situation where you kind of like was with it too, and y'all rip and you lose, go ahead and take the L and keep it pushing.
Keep it pushing.
You know, like I came up and I always felt like if you didn't take the L, like period, if you never took an L, you never really fought nobody.
Right.
Because
right,
who was you? You
right.
was picking on individuals.
Right.
Like you running around here just picking on people, and I'm sure that you're gonna run into a brick wall.
Right. So you fought 15 niggas and you just beat everybody the fuck up.
Everybody.
Like, come on, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Nobody did nothing. Like you said, if you did beat all of them up, them boys was, you was bullying them boys and what? Nobody that was on your level or none of that.
At all, period. Now, we do understand that predominantly in our world, America, not just Philadelphia, not just here, Jersey, not just, you know, different places, but we understand that there are gangs worldwide.
Right.
So what I think a lot of the gun thing is coming from individuals not being one-on-one. It's like more of a group thing. Like, damn, you wear a gun, I gotta wear a gun.
Right.
You shot somebody, I gotta shoot somebody. But they gotta give me this. What is up with all the shooters that turn into tellers? Like, I don't understand
That's the thing. That's what I don't get. Like, and this is why it's bad, because y'all don't even got the heart to rumble. So what makes you think once you shoot somebody and they throw you in a can in penitentiary when there ain't no guns in there?
Check them in at the door.
So now what you gonna do?
You can't even begin to even hold yourself down as a man. Some of these individuals, they get prisons messed up. And I want a lot of the younger individuals to understand that the prison thing, when it comes down to like federal, the detention centers and all that be filled up with dudes with no honor, man. Dudes that are rats. The FCIs, individual breeze through them. It might be a little hell here and there, but not nothing too serious. Not nothing crazy, you know, because majority of them end up, you'll find out, even the ones that you thought was sturdy, come out to be dishonorable too.
Right.
But when they get to the penitentiaries, and they already, especially the ones that's on big cases, they like 6ix9ine, for instance, he would never have been able to see a penitentiary.
Right.
They talk all the gangster stuff about all these type of guys, but look at Alpo.
Right.
He never came in a jail, a facility that was like all out population. Yeah. He's been in prisons that was like, yo, everybody here is like you.
Yeah,
or worse.
No Huntington or no
he wasn't in no real joints, state penitentiary, federal joints. He wouldn't have last. Even if they would have charged him, this is how they got over on him. Really, the feds probably really scared him. A lot of people don't know. With him, he had a chance. If the state would have kept it, he would have had to go to the jails in D.C.
Oh, shit, okay.
Lorton, something like that. Was one of their serious joints back then. He would have been somebody's girl the first day.
Right. That's where we're bored at? Is that the one?
No, they don't have that. You know, Wayne Perry is in another jail over there, like in Washington somewhere, if I'm not mistaken. He wasn't ADX, but Alpo wouldn't have lasted in that prison.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
The type of OGs it was back then in DC too, he wouldn't have been able to survive. He wouldn't have lasted.
Right.
So a lot of them turn to cooperating because they're in fear of how their living conditions going to be in prison.
Right.
If you notice that on a little situation that's going on with a guy, because you can't, everybody say, yo, won't you say his name? You know, I'm not retarded.
Right.
You know what I mean? The brother in prison right now for saying this guy's name.
Right.
If it comes down to me with my boxing gloves on, with no defense, for no reason, fighting them people, no, I have something that you call class.
Right.
And you know what my class teaches individuals? That they have a job to do. And although I'm not in the streets anymore, I have a job to do also.
Right.
And my job is to make sure plainly the youngest get an understanding that road, like don't even go in the streets now.
Right, leave that shit alone.
Don't even go that way now because this is the position and these are the places you're going to be at. And y'all want to escape death penalties when they're not killing anyone in Pennsylvania at all anyway.
Right.
So you dummies get tricked in believing that they will give you the needle. No, federal, they can give you the needle quicker than they can give it to you state. But a lot of you dudes' cases, like, it ain't that deep. You're just a fraud acting like somebody. Like, these dudes call themselves hitmen and all that. You're a fraud acting like one.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
You get a 30 and a pistol and you think you're God.
Right.
In my era, a dude had a 22 and thought he was the guy.
Right.
Because his heart was big. Because he'd throw the 22 down and rip if he could. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But what you're doing is what I would call something that's unique in this time, because you're not presenting yourself to be this shoot 'em up, bang bang guy in your music.
Right.
You're presenting yourself more or less with the culture and the art part of it. Like, yeah, you're gonna have the shoot 'em up, bang bang. You may hear it in there.
Right.
It's like Fat Boy. Like I was giving you the example with Ad. People were saying he was going too far, but if you don't go into explaining to the youth or to your world or how your community is, how can one really know?
No, exactly.
You know, like Styles, how he say the payment and the cracks and all that. Yeah. When you mention these things, you're giving your cultural understanding of how serious where your environment was.
Yeah, where you come up at, how you right.
You know what I mean, Zeek? So it's like, I listen to your bars and I'll be like, damn, I can't be hyped when I'm listening to them. Right. It's more of a cool situation. Like, I listen to you. So I'll come in, the phenomenon, I'm like, all right, I gotta listen to it and I gotta have a cool mindset.
And check it out, right?
When I'm around you, I get that cool mindset. Like, it's like, this ain't nothing I'm trying to do. This is who I am.
That's what I do. It's really come easy to me. And that's why I did it. I couldn't stop, you know what I mean? And man, like a lot of people are not comfortable with themselves, cuz. Like wallahi, like I'm very, very comfortable with myself. I don't want to be nobody else. Of course I would want a couple more dollars. Of course, but if it have to be me compromising my integrity or something like that, listen, I'll be what I am for the rest of my fucking life. You know what I'm saying? I'm comfortable with who I am. So when I'm spitting and when I'm talking what I'm talking that talk. You know what I'm saying? I like to talk that shit. I like to be fly. I like to talk about chicks. I like the metaphors and the punchlines.
Right.
I like to talk about life. You know what I mean? I've did shit, so I talk about that. I've been around it. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I know.
I've been around it. So,
been around it for
you know
sure.
What I mean? So I could tell you about my environment and tell you about what it is, you know what I'm saying? Without being how everybody else is, you know what I mean?
I like how you downplay it. The reason why I say I like how you downplay it, because your goal is not to search and jump for something. Now listen, you just went through some traumatic things in life in the past 10 years.
Right.
Past 10 years, you went through some traumatic things. You said something to me, you said, I was in the streets, but I wasn't a street nigga. That's not my twist. Like,
right.
You know, I always had a gig. I always had a 9 to 5, and I always seen you come up, same clothes. Dudes got a big Benz, or you pull up in your car.
Right.
You know, it wasn't a thing where as though you had to be that drug dealer or you had to be that guy in the streets to accumulate them type of funds.
Right.
And keep your honor intact. And still have that look that one would say, does he sell drugs?
Does he do? You don't know what I do.
What do he do? But he don't know what you do.
Right.
And first it was cuz Top Dollar Bill Mookie, he passed away. Then we had Bill pass away.
6 months later.
6 months later. Now me and Bill was the ones who remember we all was down there. You was down there first. We were trying to get Mookie body in the ground.
Yeah, put him in the ground. Right.
Me and Bill was the ones that left out last.
Right.
Bill left 6 months later.
6 months later. And what you wouldn't even know, my first cousin on my mom's side.
Right.
Cause my pop died June 24th.
Right.
My brother died December 24th.
Exactly.
In April, my first cousin, little nigga I raised, he got killed.
Damn.
So I remember riding past 54th and Sharswood.
Right.
Near Master. Riding through there with my ad, looking at his, how to put the balloons and all that shit out there, crying with my ad. Then, and after June 24th, in my ad room with my brother, crying about my ad, because he passed now. And then 6 months later, I'm in the crib by myself, crying over just them. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it was hard, man. It was real hard, and that's why nothing really can like. That's why I'm me. Can't nothing really break me, man. Like, it is what it is, man. Like, can't nothing break me, cause that's why I am who I am. You know what I mean? And on top of that, when you were saying as far as the street shit and all that, like me being who I am, my bro Malik Scott said this to me. He said,
Right. Shout out to Malik Scott too.
right. So he said Zeke, like you never like. You ain't never had no Benz, you ain't never had no Jack, no shit like that.
Right.
You never was big, you ain't had no bricks. You never was that guy.
Right.
He said, you'll be on the sub, you'll be on the L. He said, but you never had no problem with getting women. You never had no problem with being who you are. You know what I'm saying? He said, and that right there is the testament to you. That's saying that you don't need none of that shit. And that's why it never really bothered me, because if I didn't have it, it didn't matter.
Exactly.
Because I never had a problem with being who I am. You know what I'm saying? That's because that real word, everybody's the real shit. I'm real, man. I done fucking raised all my fucking kids. I got 4 kids. I never was out their life. I do me. I say who I am, man.
And Younger, this is an example that you guys got to get an understanding of. He just told you easily that you don't have to go the direction of negativity in order to attain the same honor as somebody that might have a coin that's beyond understanding.
If you thorough, you thorough.
Bottom line.
You thorough, you thorough.
And my thing is that individuals are missing the fact that we are becoming distinct. Those with honor, real men, are becoming distinct. The reason why we are coming distinct because we're getting ourselves out of the way, though. You know,
right.
And I want to say this because although I speak about the music being entertainment and things of this nature, I think that everybody has to stop allowing themselves to be revved up by the music.
Right.
That's one of the main problems, you know, because I'm not going to take that an individual is entertaining the wrong way if I'm really into it musically.
Right.
You know, music, it comes with the beat. You listening to the beat, you might listen to a rap song and might be like, damn, that beat was heavy.
Right.
You might not even listen to the lyrics if your mind like
Right,
that.
the beat just
grabbed you, you know what I'm saying? So I think the youth got to start artistically breaking down which part that they want to listen to and which part really gives them that feeling of, you know, damn, I that sounded good. I want to be a poet.
I want to be a poet. You know what, man? See, this is what they fuck up at.
Right.
All right. You can't be a person who never did nothing and didn't want to be Jeezy. Talk about drugs like Jeezy. You can't be a person who never did no drama and didn't want to be Beanie Siegel or A.R. with somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it is entertainment. So you can throw a little. Al Pacino is not fucking Scarface, man.
He's not
Robert
Scarface.
De Niro is not who they. You know what I'm saying?
He's not.
So you can like. That's why I say I've been around it. I did a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Right.
So you can say that, but I'm not. I'm also not going to come off. I'm not going to sound like fucking Sean either, because I ain't shoot nobody in no club.
Right. Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying?
You're
You know
not
what I'm
shooting the
saying?
club. Right.
But and also what you were saying too, cause like it's music. Stop thinking that these rappers
Are living them lives.
Like if you think that they really was doing all of this, but they in a fucking studio. First of all, they in a studio all fucking day. They getting a little bit of money. They getting somebody to back them, so that mean they ain't got that much money. So they ain't getting that much work in the fucking streets like that. Cause somebody got to invest in them, and they try to get deals. So if like somebody like Jay-Z, he was getting it.
Right.
Because him and Dave and Biggs, they put their money together and started their own shit. That's a different story. BMF, them kind of guys, like they you could tell, but the motherfuckers who try to get deals and all that, you're not getting that much money, because if that was the case, you wouldn't even worry about it. You can put your own shit out, get your own love, and rappers are entertainers. Stop thinking because just stop thinking that these motherfuckers is the real street guys, because they're not.
And that's the problem, because
they became the drug dealers.
Right.
Because
No, you're right.
Remember how like LL used to go to Harlem to see
how they wore,
Rich Porter and all them, to see what they wore and all that kind of stuff. Because what they was wearing is what the rappers became the drug dealers, but only to look up to. Not they ain't doing that. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. this is how they got the understanding of wearing the clothes the way they wear it. And this is with the understanding of knowing that you can do it. That's another thing. You gotta have confidence in yourself that you don't have to go the way that everybody else is going or that you was taught. Because some people might have been taught negative from the rip.
Right.
You don't have to go that way. You don't have to go that direction. You going in that way and going in that direction of negativity only promotes you being a follower.
Right.
It doesn't promote you being your own person. And it's I gotta bring it up because it's like something that's going on online heavily, and people are really taking what someone said, a person whose credibility isn't of honor, a person that's sneaky, a person that don't mind laying in the bed with the police only to get free of their negativity. And this what's happening in the ad now. It's obsessed fans.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You have individuals that are fans that really seek out a Zeek Butla, and they get close. And I didn't took people that I looked at was like, all right, dudes that might have support me as fans, and me and them didn't work out too well because, like it was a guy. He was a white guy, man. He was racist. He came off like he wasn't racist.
But he was, right.
But he was.
You figured that shit right out.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So when I figured out that he was really racist, it was like, do I handle it like the streets or do I handle it like this? You know how I'm thinking.
Right.
But I'm like, you know what? That's thinking. I got this running through my veins now. I'm not about to.
No, I ain't fucking
it ain't going to allow me to. My thought process is like, no, you don't dishonor this kitten. You tell him to stay away from me respectfully. Get away from me.
All he wanted was telling you anyway. And he's going to be in the drawing. Yeah, because I had to, fuck all that.
And the thing is, the telling part, a lot of people are missing that a lot of these individuals are lying a little bit more so they can come home.
Right.
You see, because, you got everybody wants the Sammy the Bull deal.
Right.
You see how racism is, though? You see that Rat Alpo?
Yeah.
He couldn't even get a Sammy deal. And listen, he gave up a lot more than Sammy the Bull probably could ever give up.
He gave up a lot.
He gave a lot of bodies and everything.
He gave up a lot of shit, man. He told on DC.
Oh, man, he told on everything. You know what I'm saying? So when you get an individual like that and you didn't let them be a part of it, you got to get an understanding that there's no respect to person or who may tell.
Right.
A person may be with you right now, youngin, with you, right? And you know what he's doing? You and him done this. He's covering his tracks. He remember everything you guys done. You done ran, you done threw the gun somewhere. He remember that. He remember when you done this or you made that sale. And then when you get locked up, he gives them people every last thing, every step of the way. Yeah, he threw it on so-and-so. I told him not to do it, man. And the people somehow in this era, they'll believe that guy when he's the one that initiated it. It's the one who's claiming that individuals told them to do this or told them to do that. How can someone tell you? I don't think nobody like Sammy the Bull, anybody telling you to continue to kill 19 people. You have a thing for killing people. Bottom line, if that's what you're doing, you have a thing for killing people because his job description didn't really cause for him to have to murder.
He wanted to do that shit.
He was the underboss. Yeah. Why do he could have sent it?
Motherfuckers.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So his thing was, I already know, and John Gotti said something. He said, what makes a guy like him want to be in the type of thing that we do?
Because when he come up, the way he come up, he didn't even need none of that.
So Johnny Boy, like, we came up fighting, rough times, this, that, and the third.
In and out of jail.
Hickle this kid, and he ain't done a day in jail. Father was a big rich businessman. And you want to be the underboss? And you want to go a little further. You want to murder everybody that's in relationship with business with you.
Right.
Contracting with Sammy, you're out of here. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So the cowardness in them is that they had all the, what, quote unquote, the stripes and the strength to do the things in a negative form.
Right.
But when it came down for them to stand tall against the opposite, the people that they call law enforcement,
they couldn't do it.
They couldn't, and they didn't want to. They already had in their mind for that they was going to do it, And they're going to use that continuously, guess what? To get out of prison. It's recycling crime.
Right.
And what ends up happening is the government, the state, they continue to allow these people to get these privileges. Now your child, that you're going to go to work every day, bro. Your child will look at that rat at the street on the corner that's getting all this money and getting all this bread like he's somebody when you putting in 16s and 32s, even the women.
Right. What the fuck?
And here it is. This kid is looking up to this boy. His car is financed. Nothing is paid for. Nothing is paid for. Everything is front.
Yep.
And you're looking at him as if he's the one when he's the crumb and he's the rat. And he's the one that's convincing these children, go ahead and continue to do that.
Right.
Continue to go in that way.
And you know what's crazy? Because what people don't realize is that the law, they going to take you in that interrogation room and they going to try to flip you. But guess what? They ain't telling on they folks.
No. And guess what? When their children come through that system, they tell them, shut up.
Shut up. Right.
We're going to get you a lawyer. Don't you say watch a movie, watch any Law and Order or whatever. They'll get everybody else high and do all the bad, good cop thing.
Right.
One of their family members or their children come through, don't you say anything. We're going to get you a lawyer. Child sitting there, 10 minutes later, he's walking out one of them Law and Order doors.
Right. And you got these motherfuckers going in there. They so scared to go to the penitentiary that they what's the first thing they say when they lock you up? You have the right to remain silent.
They tell you.
Then they go in there and tell you, well, you looking at 7.5 to 15. How the fuck he gonna give you? He's the fucking cop. He's not the judge.
No charge or nothing yet.
No charge, no nothing. But you got motherfuckers still talking. That's
and you know what they lose?
They
use.
Scared.
That's why you got to watch out the guys that's attached to stuff so much. Financially things.
Okay, right.
They're so attached to financially things that at the end of the day, their mindset, their thing begin to be,
they can't get away from it.
I ain't gonna get away from that.
Right.
While you talking to them in the interrogation room, their mindset is what my wife doing.
I can't leave it.
She got a joint down her mouth. Oh my gosh.
Right.
Nigga, she got a pole like this. I can't get right.
Right.
I gotta do this. And you ain't taking the CMOs.
Right.
Now you really ain't taking this if you can't get right. So it's like, what's going on with you?
Right.
Well, we understand that it's a form of weakness, man. But,
that's why they need to stop shooting. Listen, let me say this though. If it gotta get handled, it gotta get handled. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, if you go and shoot a motherfucker, then go right there and start talking right away, and then telling them motherfuckers you don't even know, and then telling your whole block, man, leave that shit alone, man. Go get a job, man.
Not only just get a job, go with a different mindset.
Yeah.
Before we roll, cause, I usually don't do it, but for you, I need a little 16 something for the people to, grabs and know what to do.
Talk to us a little bit, all right? Pandemonium. I got them in a frenzy. I guess it's my persona, why they envy. I know this cliche, but I got crazy swag. It's the massive pill that makes me so ill. I'm Muhksin Ibn. It's hereditary. Ask around, my ab boob was legendary. The game need a nigga like me, I'm necessary. First and foremost, I'm first, you secondary. Never worry, that's when I'm gonna stop. I come from the bottom, so I'm aiming for the top. I grew up on Biggie, Nas, Hov, and Pac. So I'm versatile, I can't be put in a box. I do it for the misfits, thugs, and have-nots. I can't relate to the wealthy, the have-gots. Even if I could or should, I'd rather not. I do it for the halfway houses and up top. That was light, man.
And that was of honor, man.
Yeah, man.
Make sure y'all tune in. Give them where to find you at, Zeek.
Zeek Butler, on Instagram, Zeek Butler 9. Facebook, Isaiah Butler. You go to Dat Piff, Zeek Butler, ZeekButla. I got 6 mixtapes on there. I'm working, man.
On Instagram, you got an underscore or something.
No, it's Zeek Butler 9.
Zeek Butler 9 on Instagram, because I know I just added you the other day.
Right.
Thanks for coming all the way out, cuz. I appreciate it.
BUTLA 9.
I told dudes to come all the way out here. They be like, boy, you in sticks. I ain't coming out there.
Right.
Well, live and direct.
Know.
Live and direct. Get y'all CMOS, man.
Get that CMOS, man. I'm ready to give me some right now.
Right this second with honor. King Earner, live and direct.